Namaste, hi, Meera here again with yet another story, my perspective, and my learning. Get incorporated with Mahabharata or get cooperative with Mahabharata, each and every character, they exhibit an excellence and a unique property. And it's definitely a learning. It's something which is not a story that happened in Mahabharata in the past. It's a story and a situation that happened with us yesterday, today, and it would continue happening even tomorrow for that matter. Every character, they exhibit an excellence, and each and every character is just within us, and one or the other character keeps surfacing basis the situation, people, surrounding, and our own mental or the emotional status. One character most of us cried after Karna is Abhimanyu when he was killed in the Kurukshetra war. How he was killed? Let's get into that. Abhimanyu, when he was in Subhadra's womb, he heard the story about Chakravyuha. He heard about the fact how to get inside Chakravyuha. That's all he knew. After that, he didn't know what happens next. So in the Kurukshetra war, when Abhimanyu came forward to help Yudhishthira, because Dronacharya had set up a Chakravyuha to bring Yudhishthira in and then finish Yudhishthira for that matter, and the entire war is done. Because Chakravyuha is set in such a way that once the battle is lost inside the Chakravyuha, it is just lost and the game is done within a day and you don't have to wait for a longer time. Only Dronacharya and Arjuna knew how to get inside and exit Chakravyuha. Abhimanyu knew how to enter. So when Yudhishthira was proceeding towards Chakravyuha, he just stopped him and he said, "You don't have to go. I know how to get inside Chakravyuha. I'll fight this battle. I will take care of this." And he just made an entry. But yet Yudhishthira said, "We'll have the other Pandavas who will come forward to help you out," because Arjuna was away. He was fighting the battle from the other end. Knowing this, Dronacharya set up the Chakravyuha. As soon as Abhimanyu entered, he was followed by the other three Pandavas. But Jayadratha had just stopped him at the entrance itself and they couldn't make an entry into the Chakravyuha. Abhimanyu went inside the Chakravyuha. He fought till his last breath. But he lost because he didn't know how to exit Chakravyuha. And that was the end of Abhimanyu in Kurukshetra war in Mahabharata. Connecting it back with today's scenario. When we hear about a new project, or when we hear about starting something on own, the facts and the figures, we go for a couple of meetings or we go for any workshops, we get so overwhelmed and we get so excited knowing about this particular project or an interview. We just pick up few informations and leave the meeting or leave the place just halfway. Just like Abhimanyu, it happened with him. It was natural for him. It was nature's plan, we can also say, or it was just a plan devised by human using nature as a tool. Abhimanyu just heard half information. The half information helped him to get inside but not exit the place. Just like Hotel California. Yeah. So many a times we just grab 50% of the information and we think, okay, the remaining 50% we could just run with the facts and whatever we learned in the 50% of the information. But what happens is that it could help you in getting that big sales lead. It could help you in hunting that particular client. But is it really going to help you when it comes about farming? Farming is all about maintenance, nourishment, and giving it back to the customer with their outcome that they are looking for. It's just like those promises, or it's just like, the knackness of getting a project done or cracking the interview. And once we are in the new employer's place, we crack the interview, which was 50%. But the remaining 50% is in our work. Are we really able to do the work that we actually came there for? That's a question mark because we were excited about learning few things which we learned just 50%. It's not about quantification of 50 or 75%. At times taking that pause, if we are not sure about, just because we can get that lead, we get the sales lead, what about the farming? What about the project nourishment? What about the client requirement? That's a question. So being Abhimanyu is nice. What we can learn is that be that energetic or that person who's ready to do things, ahead of time, who's ready to come forward and take up, a task. It's about, action taking, what do you call it as in our organizations? Yeah. But there's also a learning not to be Abhimanyu when we are not sure about what is going to happen in that project. So that's a learning that I wanted to share with you all. I have done that, might be even you have also done that. But yes, we can always start afresh, create yet another opportunity for ourselves. It could be to create an organization, to be that entrepreneur, to get that startup thing done, or crack that interview, get that sales deal done, and be that Abhimanyu in terms of learning, that then 50%, the next 50% is in giving it back, completing the task, and achieving that outcome. Thank you. We'll be back with yet another story, my perspective, and my learning in this Getting Corporate or Get Corporate with Mahabharata series. Yeah, thank you so much for so many mails that I have received about your suggestions and that you liking this particular series. And thank you so much. Namaste.